When you hear the words black hole, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably some kind of cosmic monster, right? A destroyer of worlds. But what if that's only half the story? What if they're also creators? That's the incredible puzzle we're going to dig into. I mean, this is the image we all grew up with, isn't it? This terrifying invisible void, a sort of cosmic vacuum cleaner that just gobbles up stars and planets. It's really the stuff of science fiction nightmares. But, this is where the story gets really interesting. What if that whole picture of pure destruction is, well, just incomplete? What if these cosmic giants are also the universe's silent architects? Let's take a look at that creative side. Okay, so before we get to their creative role, we really do have to face the monster. So what exactly is a black hole, and what makes it so unbelievably powerful? So here's the basic idea. Just imagine gravity cranked up to a level that is frankly impossible to imagine. It's so intense that nothing, and I mean nothing, not even light, the fastest thing in the entire universe, can get away once it crosses a certain line. And that line, that boundary, has a very cool name: the event horizon. Now, this isn't some physical wall you could, touch or run into. It's a threshold. It's an invisible line drawn in the very fabric of space-time. A great way to think about it is like a one-way trapdoor in the universe. Once you cross that threshold, that's it. There's no coming back. You've entered a piece of space-time from which zero information, no light, no signals, nothing, can ever escape to the outside world again. So where do these things even come from? It's not like they've just been lurking around since the Big Bang. No, they are born from the spectacular death of giants. For your average run-of-the-mill black hole, it all starts with a gigantic star. When this star runs out of fuel, its own gravity, which has been trying to crush it for millions of years, finally wins the fight. In less than a second, the entire star just collapses, squishing all of its material into a single point of almost infinite density. I mean, try to picture the mass of a million Earths squeezed into a space smaller than the head of a pin. That's what we call the singularity. So, you've got these stellar black holes, born from the death of one star. But then, they have these enormous cousins, supermassive black holes. These guys are the true titans of the cosmos, lurking at the heart of almost every galaxy, including our very own Milky Way. And their mass? It's millions, sometimes billions of times greater than our sun. Just incredible. All right, so we've covered the destruction, the collapse, the point of no return. But now, let's finally get to the creative side of the story. And believe me, this is the part that changes everything you thought you know. This right here is the whole point. Despite their terrifying reputation, black holes are not just agents of chaos. They are a fundamental and absolutely essential part of cosmic construction. So how in the world does a destroyer become a creator? Well, it all comes back to that unbelievable gravity. At the center of a galaxy, a supermassive black hole acts like a kind of cosmic anchor, its gravity holding trillions of stars in orbit. Without that anchor, the galaxy would just fly apart. They also act like regulators, sometimes stirring up gas clouds to set off a frenzy of starbirth, or other times blowing away extra gas so a galaxy doesn't grow too fast. They are truly the silent architects shaping the very universe we see today. Now, I know what you're thinking. A perfectly logical question is probably popping into your head right about now. If nothing can escape, not even light, how on earth do we know any of this stuff is real? And that's a fantastic question, really. You can't just point a telescope at a black hole and see it. So how do scientists actually find and study these cosmic ghosts? The trick is you have to look for their footprints. We can't see the black hole itself, but we can see stars orbiting, well, what looks like empty space. We can see the incredible glow of superheated gas swirling around the edge, like water going down a drain. And, maybe most amazing of all, we can actually detect how their massive gravity literally warps space and time. Like a bowling ball sitting on a trampoline bending the fabric around it. That's how we find them. For decades, all of this was indirect evidence. It was powerful, sure, but it was still indirect. But then came a truly historic year. This was just a monumental moment for science. By using a network of telescopes that spanned the entire globe, basically turning Earth into one giant telescope, scientists were able to capture an image, not of the black hole itself, but of its silhouette, its shadow, cast against all the glowing gas behind it. It was the ultimate proof, a confirmation of theories that Albert Einstein had predicted a whole century earlier. So we've gone from myth to fact. We know they're real, and we know they are both destroyers and creators. But the story is far from over. In fact, you could say we're really just getting started. See, all of our known physics just completely breaks down at the event horizon. What actually happens inside? Could a singularity be a gateway to another universe, like some wild theories suggest? I mean, these are the kinds of questions that keep physicists up at night. For now, black holes remain the silent guardians of the universe's deepest, most profound secrets. And this really gets to the heart of the whole thing. We might not have all the answers yet, but that human drive to understand, to ask why, and to just explore the unknown, that's what pushes science forward. It's really the only key we have to unlock the mysteries these amazing objects hold. And that kind of leaves us with this one last big thought. Black holes are this incredible reminder of just how much we still have to learn. When you look up at the night sky, you just have to wonder, what other incredible secrets are out there, just waiting for us to discover them?